We've got- Things get shifted. I don't know what he's talking about. Shut this stuff down the street, but it wasn't on the street, it was in the driveway. That's what I'm doing. And it goes back to that. Campers on the street, trailers on the street.
We're going to call the meeting to order for October 14th, 2024 at 7 PM. May I get roll call?
Mayor Candace Machado,
Here.
Councilmember Deja Edwards,
Here.
Councilmember Greg Lustig,
Here.
Councilmember Phil Gerke asked to be excused, Councilmember Alana Bino,
Here.
Town Attorney Scott Murray.
Here.
Town Engineer Shane Porter.
Here.
Town Treasurer Lexi Erickson.
Here.
Chief of Police Mike Thompson asked to be excused tonight. Fire Chief Leo Mawson asked to be excused tonight, and in his presence is Assistant Fire Chief Mark Cornett.
Here.
Public Works Director Robert Llewellyn asked to be excused tonight, and Town Clerk Jeanette Underwood, Reston Citizens. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
All motion?
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Line item 1, consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Line A, approval of minutes for regular meeting September 23rd, 2024. Line item B, approval of business licenses, Absolute Power and Light, Chalkwood Homes LLC, GPRS LLC, Packwood Family Construction, Plumbing Solutions of Wyoming, Paul's Mobile Home Service. Line item C, approval of the bills. Do I have a motion?
I move.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Line item 2, public comments. Do I have any public comments? Last call, public comments. Public comments are closed. Line item 3, the business committed grant award for the Mesa project. Mr. Porter, would you like to start the discussion?
Yeah, so we just wanted to put it on the agenda tonight, just to, I think everybody's probably aware, but just wanted to kind of publicly announce that the town was awarded the Wyoming Business Council Business Committed Grant for the Mesa Solutions Project. It's roughly $8.9 million grant, total of about $11.2 million project, but roughly $8.9 million of that is grant. And it will cover a lot of water, sewer, storm sewer, roadway infrastructure to get to the Mesa site, as well as to an additional 126 acres out on the far east end of town. And so we just kind of wanted to, we're hoping somebody from Mesa would be here tonight to kind of talk about their plans and schedule a little bit, but we just kind of wanted to just publicly announce that we have been awarded, and we're thankful for that, and it's going to be a great project. So. I could add it. So Caspar, Wes Hayden is here with Caspar. They're the general contractor for Mesa. Wes will be able to answer questions on the next item on the agenda as we get to it. But if you do have specific questions, maybe on schedule, things like that, Wes could probably help that, even though the Mesa folks aren't here. So I'll try.
Would you like to come up to the podium
Sure.
so that all of our viewers at home can hear? So are there do you have a specific schedule at this point?
No, not exactly.
Okay.
The plan is that more than likely we'll probably get started in January. There's still quite a few particulars to work out between now and then, but that's kind of the tentative plan, was that we would get started there. I don't anticipate that we would have a delay much beyond that. I mean, anything's possible, but right now that's kind of the tentative plan.
What about an expected opening? 2 years?
So again, those are still being negotiated, but preliminarily it would be the summer. Let me make sure I get this right. It would be the summer of 2026. Whether or not, what does summer mean? Does that mean May? Does that mean August? Still to be determined, but somewhere in that time frame.
Great. Thank you for
Anything
the
else?
updates and information.
You bet.
We might have you come up later. but I'll-
Okay. Sounds good. I'll be here.
Thank you. All right. Line item 4, resolution number 10-2024, resolution to approve site plan 10 Mystery Bridge Road.
Okay, thank you, Madam Mayor and Council. So we have before you tonight a site plan for the Mesa project. In my packet is the staff report. I'm not going to go through the whole thing unless there's something that you would like me to, but I don't want to just read the whole thing. It's in there, but I'm just going to go through the background. So True Land and Realty LLC is the owner of 10 Mystery Bridge Road, which is Lot 5 of the Wildcat Edition. A sale is pending for Lot 5 from True Land and Realty LLC to Mesa Solutions. Mesa Solutions is currently designing a new facility on Lot 5. As True Land and Realty is currently the landowner, the site plan application is submitted through them as the applicant, but that will change very shortly. So the applicant has submitted a site plan application to construct a 220,000 square foot manufacturing building located on Lot 5 of the Wildcat Edition. Additionally, site work will be performed, which will include mass grading of the site, installation of asphalt, concrete, gravel surfacing, installation of utilities, landscaping, and other miscellaneous site improvements. Just to clarify on that too, so all those improvements are improvements that Mesa will do. What I talked about on the grant is to get to the site, but anything on the site is Mesa's responsibility. Mesa currently operates in various locations in Evansville and the surrounding area. The facility will consolidate much of their operations into one location. Mesa Solutions currently employs over 200 people and plans to expand to over 450 people by 2029. So, under recommendations, at the September 24th Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, the commission forwarded a due pass recommendation to the town council for approval of the site plan as presented. Staff recommends the town council approve the site plan to construct a 220,000 square foot manufacturing building on lot 5 of the Wildcat Addition, subject to the following conditions. That prior to obtaining building permits to construct, Mesa Solutions signs a site plan agreement, which will be recorded with the Natrona County Clerk's Office, stating construction will comply with all design provisions as shown on the site plan, including parking, lighting, landscaping, water and sanitary sewer services, drainage, and other improvements required by the town of Evansville. We understand this cannot be completed until Mesa Solutions closes on the property, which will be after the site plan approval by town council. The applicant must prepare a stormwater pollution prevention plan for the project and deliver a copy of the plan to the town of Evansville prior to applying for a building permit. The owner shall obtain all required building permits and comply with Evansville code and inspection requirements and state and federal regulations. 20-foot easements shall be provided to the town of Evansville for the on-site water mains. Once their final location is determined, the town will own the mains that loop through the property. That prior to the issuance of certificates of occupancy, all requirements shall be completed to the satisfaction of the town planner, town engineer, public works director, fire inspector, and building inspector. That's the staff report. I do have, I'm going to hand these out. I've got a little larger copies of the site plan than what you guys have. Stand one.
Well, that already answered one of my questions. With that map, when it would come through our email, it's very difficult to read what everything is.
Okay.
And so that's why I was curious I guess I thought maybe a building on the side of this building, but it's the cold storage. So that's where I was like, didn't know what that was, because even if you zoom in, it's just, everything is
Can't
blurry.
read it,
You can't
okay.
read any of this stuff.
Yep. Yeah. It's shown as future cold storage.
Okay.
That's all I have for staff report. I'm open to questions, and then we can move on to actually the resolution.
You answered mine.
Okay.
The one I had.
So Madam Mayor and Council, Resolution 10-2024, this is a resolution approving a site plan to construct a 220,000 square foot building along with site work improvements at 10 Mystery Bridge Road, Town of Evansville, Natrona County, Wyoming. And what is spelled out in the recommendation is that it's approved upon the following conditions that Engineer Porter spelled out. So it's brought before you for approval.
Any further discussion? All right, do I have approval for resolution number 10-2024, resolution to approve site plan 10 Mystery Bridge Road?
All motion?
A second.
All those in favor?
I
Motion passes. Line item 5, resolution number 11-2024, resolution to approve site plan 4740 Lathrop Road.
Okay, thank you, Madam Mayor and Council. So this is another site plan for review tonight. This site plan is a site plan for 4740 Lathrop Road, Lot 24 of the Evansville Business Park 2 addition to the town of Evansville. And it's for construction of a 10,000 square foot building for multiple business use. It's in the light industrial zoning. The background, Copperleaf Custom Builders is the owner of 4740 Lathrop Road, which is Lot 24, Evansville Business Park 2. Applicant has submitted a site plan to construct a 10,000 square foot building located on Lot 24. Site work will be performed, which will include grading of the site, installation of concrete and gravel surfacing, installation of utilities, landscaping, and other miscellaneous site improvements. The building is planned to be partitioned and partitions of the building sold in a condominium type arrangement. The only known business that is planned is the northern 50 by 40 partition and the northern yard area, which will consist of a cart-away small scale concrete batch plant. And in your packet is some information on that batch plant. While a full-scale concrete batch plant would be considered a heavy industrial use, the town of Evansville has determined this small-scale batch plant operation to be consistent with light industrial operation. So under recommendations at the September 24th, 2024 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, the commission forwarded a do pass recommendation to the town council for approval of the site plan as presented. Staff recommends the town council approve the site plan to construct a 10,000 square foot building on lot 24 of the Evansville Business Park 2 addition, subject to the following conditions. Prior to obtaining building permits to construct, the owner signs a site plan agreement, which will be recorded at the Natrona County Clerk's Office, stating construction will comply with all design provisions as shown on the site plan, including parking, lighting, landscaping, water, and sanitary sewer services, drainage, and other improvements required by the town of Evansville. Owner shall provide a copy of the bylaws of the condominium association to the town attorney for review prior to selling of any condominium units. Bylaws shall be recorded with the Natrona County Clerk's Office. Owner shall get approval from the town regarding the use of each condominium unit prior to selling. The town may have specific additional requirements based on that new proposed use. And this is more from the fire department standpoint. There may be some things they need to do with the partition wall depending on what use might be in those other partitions. The use shall meet the requirements of the light industrial zoning and shall not be a use that exceeds the available parking on the site. Applicant must prepare a stormwater pollution prevention plan and deliver a copy to the town prior to obtaining a building permit. The owner shall obtain all required building permits and comply with the Evansville Code and inspection requirements and all state and federal regulations. Prior to issuance of the certificate of occupancy, all requirements shall be completed to the satisfaction of the town planner, town engineer, public works director, fire inspector, and building inspector. So that's my staff report. Open to question you guys have on this particular site plan.
Now, is that one of those where obviously the very first owners, when they sell it, they have to get the okay? Now, is that every owner from here to 40 years?
So
That
something
has to be okay?
that's a good question. And we talked about this at the Planning and Zoning Commission, and it is, right now it's one single owner that's going to be selling these partitions. And so we're definitely going to know, he's going to be able to inform us at that time what's going on. The question did come up about future owners, and I think we're just going to have to stay on top of that. And it could be an enforcement thing if we see something going on that doesn't comply with light industrial zoning, or it's just something we're going to have to be aware of. And if we see a problem, then we're going to have to react, because we won't know. Somebody could sell it at any point, and all of a sudden they change the use, and we just don't have a good way to know what that use is, other than we're just going to have to keep an eye on things throughout the years on what's there. So whether it complies or not.
So even if it does comply, one, say, paint detailing shop, the next one's going to be another paint detailing shop, do they still have to get okayed through us? Because it is a new owner?
Don't have to apply for a business
We
license.
just see a business license.
Okay.
Any additional questions?
So, Madam Mayor, Council, brought before you tonight is Resolution 11-2024. This is a resolution approving a site plan to construct a 10,000 square foot building along with site work improvements at 4740 Lathrop Road, Town of Evansville, Natrona County, Wyoming. And it spells out the following conditions that Engineer Porter just read off, brought before you tonight for approval.
Do I have approval for resolution number 11-2024, resolution to approve site plan 4740 Lathrop Road?
I move.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Line item 6, approval of federal highway safety grant impaired driving.
Madam Mayor and Council, brought before you tonight is the Highway Safety Program Federal Fiscal Year 2025 sub-award agreement between the Wyoming Department of Transportation Highway Safety Program and the Town of Evansville, Town Hall, Evansville Police Department. This one is for the impaired driving high visibility enforcement, and the total funds approved is $3,333. Just looking for approval by the governing body on that.
Do you have any questions? Discussion? All right, do I have a motion to approve the federal highway safety grant for impaired driving?
I so move.
Do I have a second?
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Line item 7, approval of federal highway safety grant occupant protection.
Madam Mayor and Council, brought before you tonight is a Highway Safety Program Federal Fiscal Year 2025 sub-award agreement between the Wyoming Department of Transportation Highway Safety Program and Town of Evansville, Town Hall, Evansville Police Department. This one is for the occupant protection, high visibility enforcement, and the total approved funds is $2,775. Brought before you tonight for approval.
Do I have any discussion? All right, do I have a motion to approve the federal highway safety grant occupant protection?
I move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Line item 8, the canceling of November 11th, 2024 council meeting and rescheduling it to November 12th, 2024 at the same time at 7 p.m.
Yes, it's due to Veterans Day holiday. We will be closed. So we're just looking for approval to move that council meeting from November 11th to November 12th.
Any discussion? Is everyone okay? Move?
So I just need a motion to move that.
Do I have a motion to cancel the November 11th, 2024 council meeting and reschedule it for November 12th, 2024 at 7 p.m.?
I so move.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Line item 9, schedule work session for October 28th, 2024 at 5:30 p.m. So we're looking at scheduling a work session to continue our discussion for a code of ethics for elected officials in the town of Evansville. Can everybody make it to the October 28th at 5:30 p.m. for our work session to continue this discussion?
I think so.
There should be.
Yes.
So we'll go ahead and put the work session on the schedule for October 28th, 2024 at 5:30 p.m.
Okay.
Before the regularly scheduled council meeting.
Yes.
Line item 10, engineers report.
So a few things to go over tonight on the Lathrop Pathway project. I have application for payment number 5. This is a contractor pay application, Crown Construction. This total pay request is for $74,552. We're holding 5% retainage for a total retainage for this pay request of $3,727.60. The amount due for pay request number 5 is $70,824.40. This is actually the final pay request. The project's complete. It'll be the final pay request there, except for the release of retainage, which we do after we have a 41-day advertisement period where we wait and make sure that all the subs have been paid and all that stuff. So it should be the final pay request. Just recommend a motion to pay Crown Construction $70,824.40 for pay application number 5.
Do I have a motion to approve pay request number 5 for the final pay request?
I so move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
So going along with that, I have drawdown request number 12 on this grant. This is a YDOT TAP project. Draw request number 12 includes one WLC invoice for construction engineering. The total of the invoice is $15,184.31. The grant covers 80%, so the total draw request is $12,147.45. At the time of this draw request, it leaves a remaining balance on the grant of $168,453.26. We have to, these are reimbursements, so like the pay request we just did has to get paid and has to get a canceled check before I can submit the drawdown. So there'll be probably one more drawdown to conclude this project, actually two, because the retainage will be included also. So with that, I recommend a motion to have the mayor sign and submit drawdown request number 12.
Do I have a motion to approve drawdown request number 12?
I'll motion.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
So the next item is on the emergency connection project. I have drawdown request number 2 tonight. Drawdown request number 2 includes one WLC invoice for design engineering. The total of the invoice is $16,211.50. The grant covers 100%, so the total drawdown request is $16,211.50. Leaves a remaining balance on the grant of $492.59.50. However, that's my email a couple of weeks ago. We know that a big portion of that is going to be deobligated. So we're going to be able to fund the rest of the engineering, but we'll be looking for additional money to fund the project. So recommend a motion to have the mayor sign and submit drawdown request number 2.
Do I have a motion to approve drawdown request number 2?
I move.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
That's it.
Do I have an approval do I have a motion to approve the engineer's report?
I'll motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Line item 11, public comments. Do I have any public comments? Last call, public comments. I just wanted to comment real quick that our Halloween trunk or treat is October 31st. From 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. here at the Evansville Town Hall. Please feel free to bring your children and your family by. We would thoroughly enjoy everybody to attend. Public comments are closed. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes to adjourn the meeting at 7:24 p.m.